Here's what you should know about your local housing market in this week's Market Update. We've got another week of astronomically low inventory. Not only is that concerning to myself and to my colleagues, because while selling houses is how we make a living and we need homes to be selling, but it should be concerning to everybody in the community. While national headlines are talking about home prices stabilizing, home inventory rising, and prices kind of plateauing or decreasing, that is not what we are seeing locally. We are seeing very low inventory. We are seeing prices rise even greater than we had seen in past years, and it is concerning. Why do you, as the average person, care about a reasonable number of active home listings on the market, a reasonable number of homes selling? And that is for, well, mobility. Our lives changed constantly. Our needs from our home changed constantly. And even if you have no plans of moving anytime soon, it is certainly nice to know that you have the possibility, if something in your life changes, to be able to move, sell your home, buy a new home to adjust to your lifestyle changes, whether that needing more space, not needing as much space, having certain features and characteristics within your home, whether physical characteristics, location, and proximity. We would all love to know that if tomorrow something in our lives changed and our home no longer suited our needs, that we'd be able to go find a new home that did suit our needs, sell our home, and buy a new home fairly easily. That is not the current environment we are in, and we do not see it changing anytime soon. It's not a simple matter of demand and jobs and incomes. It's also a factor of, well, you've got the lock-in effect from the interest rates. We've talked about that plenty. We've got a lot of people with low interest rates, or we've got a lot of the older baby boomer generations that have paid off their mortgages, so they have no incentive to move. But on top of that, we have a lot of government-imposed disincentives to move. So as much as your politicians might be telling you, hey, we've got a housing affordability problem, and we're concerned about that, and we want to fix that, I will tell you that there are many things that they are doing to actually make the problem worse, not make it better. And we love to talk about politics on the national level, blame things on Trump or on Biden, but really a lot of these policies are at the state and local level. Some of these things are as simple as zoning. A lot of the zoning requirements do not allow for more building or make it very cost prohibitive to build more homes to ease that inventory problem. And the challenge with zoning is zoning laws are made to benefit homeowners, which is great. We do want to help protect people's investments. But all of the residents in our community that are not yet homeowners that would like to be, do not really have a say. If they'd like to make adjustments to zoning to allow for more homes to be built, more density, to allow for more homes to be built, the people who are allowed to vote and have a say on that are current homeowners who are likely not going to support those changes, because those will either could potentially decrease the value of their homes, or at least decrease the amount of appreciation that their homes will see. If you vote against policy that will allow more homes to be built, you are then protecting the value of your home, because by limiting that supply, you as the demand increases, your home's value increases. We see other things like tax credits, property tax credits in New Jersey for seniors, for anybody over the age of 65, which is pretty mind-boggling, because if you look at statistics, this is tax credits for the wealthiest generation currently exists. You have tax credits for individuals that, while they may be retired and may be on reduced or fixed incomes, they've reduced expenses compared to the other generations. Their kids are likely out of the house grown. They are not supporting anybody but themselves, whereas the members of the community that are not only purchasing these homes for higher prices and paying higher mortgage interest rates, they're also paying thousands of dollars in childcare costs. Those are people that are not benefiting from these tax incentives. On top of that, Governor Murphy has just the other day proposed an increase on the realty transfer fee in New Jersey. Realty transfer fee is something that already exists. It is a fee that you as a homeowner will pay when you sell your home. It is based on the sale price of your home. Like any tax, it fluctuates depending on what that sale price is, but it caps out at the highest bracket of $1 million sale price and up, and that's about 1% of the sale price. Governor Murphy is proposing to increase that to 2% of the sale price for homes between $1 million and $2 million, which we refer to in the industry and in the community as luxury. But with home prices increasing, that's really not luxury. That is most single family homes in this area now. So we are proposing that doubling the realty transfer fee, which is a deterrent to sell. As you increase the cost to sell, it's a deterrent to sell between $1 million and $2 million, and then above $2 million, they're proposing to increase that to 3%. So a good way to keep people from selling their homes and increasing that inventory is to increase that realty transfer fee. And what's sad is not only are we not freeing up inventory and housing for people who want it, a lot of the times these are people who are in these homes that these homes do not suit their needs. You're looking at people who their children have grown and moved out. You've got one or two people living in a house where they're using one bedroom and there's 4 or 5 bedrooms. And they don't need all that space and they would like to sell, but it just doesn't make sense for them. So keeping this in mind, be vocal with your local and state politicians. Be aware, as much as they might talk about helping you, a lot of the things that they're doing are making the situation worse. So until we start speaking up and until our politicians start representing us as a community, this problem is only going to get more exacerbated. So enough of that being said, let's look at the stats this week and see how the numbers are shaking up in our local housing market. So looking at the local statistics for Morristown, Chatham, Madison, Harding, Morris Plains, Mendham, Chester, Bernardsville, Basking Ridge, and Randolph. This past week, we saw 39 homes come on the market in these towns. That is a 22% increase over last week. We saw the greatest number of homes come on the market in Basking Ridge with 13 homes. That is a clear winner. Second place is Chatham with 6 homes on the market. And we had 2 towns with no homes coming on the market this past week, and that is Morris Plains and Chester. We had about about an even split 3 ways. We had a third of these increase the number of homes coming on the market, a third of them decrease, and then 3 of them stayed even over the prior week. Single family homes, 28 of these were single family houses, 11 of those were condos or townhouses. Average list price of these homes was $1,490,000. That's an increase of 27% over last week. The town with the highest average list price, it's a close for first. We had Madison, Harding, and Bernardsville. We had Harding in the lead at $2,325,000, and then second place with Bernardsville at second place with Madison at $2,256,000, and third place with Bernardsville at $2,275,000. The lowest was Randolph with an average list price of $712,000. Total inventory is currently 170 homes in these towns. That is a 2% increase over last week. We see the most inventory in Basking Ridge with 28 homes, Morristown and Township with 27 homes, and then Chatham with 20 homes actively on the market. At the bottom, we have Madison with 6 homes actively on the market, as well as Morris Plains with 6 homes actively on the market. Sold homes, we saw 12 homes sell this past week in these towns. That is a 40% decrease over last week. We had 4 of these towns with no homes sold this past week, and the rest of them were 1 or 2 homes sold. The towns with no homes sold were Harding, Morris Plains, Chester, and Basking Ridge. Average list price in these towns of homes sold was $1,405,000. Average sale price was $1,414,000. So in these towns this past week, we saw homes sell for an average of 1.8% above list price. We saw the greatest in Chatham, where homes sold 4.9% above list price. And then we had Morristown with them selling 2% above list price. And Randolph was the lead with 10.2% above list price. Once again, a third of these had no sales, and then the rest of them had homes sell for 98% of list price, which means 2% below list price. Under contract, we saw 38 homes go under contract this past week. That's a 23% increase over the prior week. Average list price of these homes was $1,173,000. And median days on market for these homes was 15 days on market, which is a 47% decrease over the prior week. We are seeing some homes sell faster and for greater prices. Expect to see the sold statistics showing higher sale prices, higher percentages above the list price. So it'll be very interesting to see the spring shape up. We are all hoping for more inventory, but so far we are not seeing it. It is very competitive out there. So thank you for checking in with me this week. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll catch you again next week.